Bakla!
Hi everyone, welcome to Buckle Up Podcast. I'm Natalia Earl and I'm a certified business and life coach that loves talking to people. I'm fascinated by humans and how our brain works. What is it that makes a decision good or bad, and how does that decision ultimately shape our path and destiny? Everyone loves to talk about success, but what about the flip side? How about adversity, failure? It's such a big and often necessary part of life, and it's simply unavoidable. So I invite you to join me on this inspiring, honest, unpolished interview show with breathtakingly real conversations that go deep on setbacks and hardships that are part of the puzzle that ultimately lead to growth, discovery of inner greatness, and what makes us resilient.
Bakla!
Grab your helmet and buckle up, people. It's going to be a bumpy ride. But what a ride it will be. Today's guest, Elba Hernandez, has been setting the standard for real estate in South Florida for over 24 years. A top producer since 1998, Elba's professional designations include Certified International Property Specialist, Certified Residential Specialist, and MBF, Member of the Master Broker Forum. For over 8 years, she has received Coldwell Banker's International President Circle and International Diamond Society Award, awarded only to the top 8% of agents worldwide. With expert skills in negotiation and sales, Elba is well versed in financing, appraisals, investment, exchanges, and creative financing. With a breadth of experience working with multi-unit properties, condos, as well as single-family homes, Elba's determination, credibility, and reliability makes her one of the most in-demand realtors throughout South Florida. With clients spanning the globe, Elba is fluent in English, Spanish, Italian, and Portuguese.
I am originally from Venezuela. My name is Elba Hernandez, and I've been in the United States since 1981. How did I arrive here? Wow. From my experience, I can tell you that a lot of things happen. My life has been like a roller coaster with a lot of ups and downs. But honestly, with those ups and downs, I have learned a lot. And with the helps of good friends and, of course, my God, he had put me in a position where I learned that he had other plans for me, and I have learned a lot from it. For example, in 1996, I thought I had everything on my side, that everything was super good. I was working for this company and I was like in the top. And I had one of the best review in that company and the best increase in salary. And guess what? 2 weeks after that, I got fired. And I was like, what? It was a big shock. I didn't even know how to deal with it. And it took me a lot to digest that situation. But at one point, I said, you know what? I'm just going to have to start my life again. And that's when I decided to go for my real estate license. I joined the real estate license at the end, almost at the end of 1996. And then I started working as a realtor. During that period of time, I got a job offer as a property management, which I was doing that before. And I was hesitant to take it. And I brought it to my broker. And my broker said to me, Elba, you're going to do great in this business. And she says, I am sure if you don't take that position, you're going to do much better in real estate. So I didn't take it. And sure enough, at the end of that year, I had made double of what they offered to me. It was an excellent, excellent opportunity. And I took it and I felt great. So after that, I started doing a lot more in real estate with a lot of challenges because I wasn't on a salary basis. In real estate, there was no salary basis, no company benefit. I was on my own,
Right.
dealing with rejection, knocking on doors. People don't want to speak with you. People don't like realtors. So you are facing, or I was facing, all these challenges.
But what is the biggest lesson that adversities have taught you?
Wow, don't give up. Learn from those difficulties that they're going to make you stronger. And I would say, don't go crazy. Search for friends, good friends available to you that they're positive, that they have been to trials even worse than yours. Listen to them. Pray. I believe in God. And honestly, God is just everything to my life. And every time I'm going through difficulties, I ask God to guide me. And always, I ask Him, what is it that you want me to learn from this? I never ask Him, why me? No, why not me? But I ask Him, what is it that I need to learn from this? And there's always a lesson. You probably don't see it at the moment, but you will see it at the end and in the past. I love to help people. And when my friends call me because they need something, I always bring them my experience and my difficulties so they can see it. I'm not trying to teach them a lesson. I bring my experiences so they can see how God has helped me in the past. When you're going through a tough time or a difficult time, you talk to your friends, and that's awesome. But your friends, sometimes they are afraid to tell you the truth. They are afraid to give you a perfect advice because they might hurt you. But when you go to a therapy, and I call a therapy the best friend. Why? Because they're professionals. They are there to guide you, not to tell you what to do, but they're there to guide you and to bring your thoughts together so you can make better decisions yourself. And honestly, I love to have somebody like that with me all the time. Anytime that I have a difficulties or a situation, I call my therapy and I'm there. And he always gave me the same answer, by the way. Elba, I have no doubt that you're going to come out of this stronger because I've seen what you have done in the past and what you've been through. But again, he's a professional. He knows how to treat the situation, and he will never lie. He will never give me the wrong advice, and he will never tell me what to do. As a friend, we always try to tell people what to do. We always try to tell people, oh no, you're doing this, or you know, oh, we are afraid to give the right advice because we don't want to hurt anybody's feeling. To me, therapy are the best.
Yes, it's so
Yeah.
true. And again, therapy shows up without an agenda, right? No judgment. Sometimes, again, our friends kind of show up already wanting to tell us what
Great
to
point.
do, right?
Exactly. Great point. And sometimes you don't want to tell your friends the whole true story because you don't know how they're going to take it. And like you said, you may be afraid that they're going to judge. I
Right.
have been in the real estate business since 96. I have seen the rate at 19%. And I have seen people purchasing home and selling home with those rates. We had a period from the pandemic up until at the end of last year with an incredible interest rate. And a lot of people from the East Coast and the West Coast moved to Miami because we know no taxes, bigger space for less money, the climate, I mean, everything. And now that everybody could work remotely, it was a great opportunity. Okay, now that COVID is already being under control and people are start going back to their jobs and being present to their jobs, there might be a little bit of different in Miami, but I'm going to give you a perfect example right now. I have been going to Colombia, and I'm actually going November 10th to do a presentation. Why? Because there's a lot of people from Colombia, they are trying to invest here. And Colombia has been, for the past 7 months, the number one country where people are searching for property in Miami. Okay? Now we're facing other countries like Brazil. We don't know what's going to happen with Brazil, Mexico, Chile, Venezuela, that has been going on for years, Argentina. So all these people, all these countries are forcing actually their citizens to move and to leave their country, and they're moving to Miami. Why? Again, climax, language, culture, and they can feel more secure bringing their money here. So yes, we might go into a little bit of recession here. We might have a little bit more inventory because we had no inventories before, and we went through crazy listings, put a listing and in a day or less than a day, you have multiple offers. Right now, perhaps you're not seeing that much in the high-end market. Other agents, they get upset with me, or developers, but I do whatever is right for my clients. In this particular case, she was buying a brand new home. Yes, but things could happen. And even though the developer had the CEO and everything, I told her, look, let's do an inspection. When I said that, they were upset with me because why would you do an inspection on a brand new home? And my answer was, you'll be surprised. My client was paying for the inspection. So what's the big deal? Do it. She did it. And after she did it, we got the report. There were issues with the AC. There were issues with some electrical wiring, and there were issues with the roof. The roof had holes and loose tiles. And I said, my buyer is ready to close, but we're not closing until all these issues are taken care of. And I want to see a report from a licensed roofer and electrician and AC that all these things are done. And the most incredible thing is that like 4 days after that, Hurricane Ian came in. Can you imagine if she would have closed with all those issues without even inspection, and hurricane will come? What would happen to her? What would she say to me? What kind of agent are you, Elba, that you never talk to me about an inspection?
And absolutely. And people feel it. People feel that relationship when you're working with someone for money, or
Yes.
you're really working with someone that's a professional and cares about your well-being. You feel that.
Exactly. And you always have to see that no matter the situation it is, depending how you treat people, that's going to come back to you. You always have to see people as if they were you. How would you like to be treated? With honesty, with transparency, and do the best for them. And that's what I try to do in my career. And basically, in my career, all I get is referral through past clients and through my BNI networking group.
But what's included in your services, Elba, and why should people work with you?
I love that question. Wow. When you hire Elba Hernandez as your realtor, you hire a group of teamwork to help you, to assist you, okay? Because I offer you, first of all, I don't sell you a house. I provide you with a home. What is a home? A home is the place where you can feel comfortable. When you sit in your home and you are able to pay your mortgage, which is a commitment that you make for 30 years, okay? You say, wow, Elba helped me to get a home that I can afford. You come to me and you said to me, Elba, I want to buy a home for X amount of money. And I said, okay, great. What can you afford a month? And you come up with a totally different amount, which it got nothing to do with your sales price. I try to sell you a home that you can actually afford a month, your monthly payment, and go a little bit under than that. Okay. I also provide you with all the services in case that if you need a plumber, if you need an electrician, if you need a good inspector, I have a list of people that I can provide you, because I cannot tell you go to with this inspector, but I'll give you a list of people, and I will not leave you until you get your keys. And even after you get your keys and close, I get clients that are calling me all the time for advice because they either need something or they need my advice and something. So it is a long-term relationship that I create with my clients. I don't see a client for one transaction. I see a long-term relationship with them.
Yes, and that's